Today, I am so excited to have one of my favorite people like in the world. I don't get to see as much as I would like to, like as much as I used to. I feel like they had a lot going on for a minute and I don't have as many events right now, but like now I just miss you because I don't see you as much. But like this, I love this human. I love this human so much. Anyway, so Micah Schifman, who is a celebrity stylist, has been for, well, I don't know. I'm going to get to that in a minute. We met through Ruth. Is that right?
I think
Ruth?
so. Yeah, I think so.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know when you just like meet people and you're like, these are my people and like I will never let go of these people. Like I like that is what you are one of those people in my life. And I what I love about you is like again, we can go all this time and not see each other, not work together, whatever. We pick up right where we left off. And I I just I love all things you. So I have I feel like as we get older, there are fewer and fewer people that you meet and kind of have that like, oh, I'm not letting go of you. I'm not letting go of you. Like these are my people in my world. And I feel lucky because you and I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's one way, but I feel that way about you.
I feel exactly the same. And I'm at a point in my life where I am getting rid of people.
Yeah, same.
And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, I don't need any more friends. I'm all
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
I,
But you know what I also love? I think about you. I think we also kind of share this thing of like, I never feel we've made how many plans to try to have drinks over the last like 4 months, and neither one of us are ever like, oh, upset or like, when are we doing this? Why haven't we done this? Where are you? Blah, blah. It's just a little bit like life. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I love you. I'm here. If you need me,
not forced, never. It's
never.
just gonna happen. Yeah.
So that is
Easy.
invaluable, I feel like. Yeah. And we're both very busy. So anyway, also you're just like the greatest at what you do. And this will be an expert. I'm having like me time with the experts. Micah is my styling expert. And so we had some listener questions, but I want to first start with your background, like how you got into and discovered this is like your this is your talent, this is what you do, and this is what you're gonna do, and also make an incredible life doing it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Firstly, I'm just here to beat Anton's ratings.
That's gonna be tough. Anton's episodes are like, do you know this? Have we talked
Yeah.
about this?
No, I listened to it.
Oh my God.
I was like,
My God.
why is he so good?
He is he needs his own podcast, honestly, but like he's like his episode, you're so funny. I was like, oh God, I love it. I was gonna say like Anton is also one of those people in my life too that's like so we just goof off. I'm sure if you listen to the episode, you know that I think we talked maybe 20% about makeup or 25 and then the rest was
Even when he does talk about makeup, he sounds so technological and he's using the word emulsify and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to talk about clothes. There's no science to it. There's no, it's just kind of like that looks good. Wear it. There, that's the podcast.
But can I tell you, that is one of the reasons I love you is we'll get to trends and stuff, but I also love that you're kind of more about like what looks good on you is your trend. Like that is the trend. Like
Yeah.
wear what's hot on you. You've never ever pushed something on me that was like, everyone's wearing this right now, so you should too. It's
You
like,
have to wear this designer or you
yeah,
have to,
yeah.
yeah, it's not, I'm not, there are stylists, plenty you could hire that do that. But then you don't look like yourself. And I want you to look like you. And I want my other client to look like my other client. And I don't want you both. I don't ever want, if I pulled a dress for you, yes, it can go on another client's rack after you pass on it. But in my head, that was pulled for you, Okay, you wanted to get to my start. Okay, we're all over
Okay,
the
so
place.
we'll get to your story. But that's who cares? That's what we do when we talk.
Got
So
it. I went to school for acting, got my Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting. You knew that.
yeah.
And I moved to LA and realized I didn't have the abs for acting.
Oh my God, stop it.
I don't,
Please.
I don't know. I just gave up real quick. I just gave up. I got like 2 no's and I was like, I'm good. And then I went into production. I worked in film and TV. I assisted directors, just on set director, and then producers. Did a couple movies, and then I was doing a movie in Montreal, and it became quite close with one of the actresses on the movie, and left the producer because he was working, and went to work for her and was just assisting her. And she was quite a fashion darling at the time. And she was very well known in the fashion world. And I, so just part of my assistant work was really getting a lot of her fashion looks together. And then it just kind of morphed into styling.
Yeah.
Or she was very hands-on. So it wasn't really all my ideas. It was very much, her with me, a little bit of input with me. But that's how I kind of learned the business. And it just kind of like mutated very organically. Like it was just all of a sudden I was a stylist. And
It was what you're
because
meant to do. Like, I
it,
feel, yeah.
yeah, it was so, I never thought about it. It was never a path. It's never something, it just kind of came naturally. And I just kind of found myself in this position. And most celebrity stylists assist other stylists for years and learn it all that way. And then, go off on their own and start their own thing. And I never assisted. I just never trained any other under anyone. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, well, here I am. And it's what I do. And I'm kind of okay at it, I guess.
Oh my God.
Um,
Stop it right now. But I like this is I love this story because I feel like I'm so paying attention to like where things feel forced and where things feel flowy. And like when you go into the things that feel flowy when they're meant to be, it almost like I hear this story more of
yeah.
like, I just lo and behold, this is what I was doing because it's what you were meant to do.
And now that I'm at my super old age, I look back and it's like there's so many things. I posted a picture a couple birthdays or like 2 birthdays ago of me when I was 13 years old at a Neiman Marcus in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I just have like 10 shopping bags in front of me. And I'm like, I mean, that's my life now, like
Yeah.
my car, I'm constantly with the bags and the clothes and my mom has told me stories about how I used to sit in her dressing room or her bathroom when she was getting ready at like 8 years old and being like, not those shoes, you know. Yeah. And I was like, oh,
And
and
yet you were like, I'm going to be an actor.
I'm gonna be an actor, damn it. People are gonna love me. And the universe, I guess, was being like, no, you're not. You're
Yeah.
gonna do what you've been doing and been passionate about since, my middle name is Marcus. And when I was a kid, used to collect like Neiman Marcus bags and I'd put them on my walls. And I'd be like, when I have a son, I'm going to name him Neiman and give him my middle name. So his name's going to be Neiman Marcus. Like
Oh
it's
my
just,
God. Stop it.
and now I spend 3 days a week at Neiman's doing my job. And yeah.
Are
The
you
uni-
are you like a woo woo are you like I was literally manifesting this younger? No, not at all, right? Yeah.
I'm like a reverse manifester. I do nothing intentionally and then realize after the fact that it was all intended for me.
Right.
Like I don't know if that makes sense. I kind of
Yeah.
fight against what the universe is trying to tell me to do, and I
Yeah.
don't listen. I don't sit quietly in my body and listen for things. I don't listen for the universe.
Right.
I'm watching
No.
murder mysteries
And
and
and yet and yet the this is such I love this because I also love what you just said too about like and yet it kind of like it reverses itself if it needs to, it corrects itself if it needs to, and like you're gonna just do you're gonna go with what you want to do, and then no matter what, you're gonna land where you're supposed to land.
exactly. And the
Right.
universe is gonna laugh at me because I can fight against it, or I can say, I don't want to do that, or I don't have the confidence for this, or whatever it is. And then, yeah. here I am doing exactly what I never thought I'd be doing, or have a success in a way that I never thought could be something I'd be successful at, or,
Right.
you know,
And you
anything.
love it, right? Like you love what you do.
I love what I do. I was actually talking today about there's a satisfaction. I'm very, in very few jobs, I feel like they're that are project oriented. I mean, you, of course, are so lucky in what you do that you get to dive into something, explore it, let it out of you, and then there's a final product.
Hmm.
Then the show airs.
Hmm.
And whether it's an episode, whether it's a season, whether it's a movie, you have something to show for it at the end. I was talking to someone today about how in their job, there's never an end. You know, there are
Mm-hmm.
small, you know, like that's tied up, but then there's more, and there's this, and it's very frustrating to my friends that you know there's no. And I was thinking how lucky I am that I will stress about, like, okay, Maggie has this event, what is she going to wear, blah blah blah, and then I go through the whole thing, we have the fitting, and then I'm laying in bed at night being like, what earrings is she wearing, what shoes, blah blah blah, getting everything ready. And then the second you're out that door, and the second I see that photo of you on the red carpet,
Job
i'm
complete.
I'm relaxed,
Yeah.
job done.
Right.
I An accomplishment, it's so satisfying. um Usually, as long as, you know, the look is right and I haven't had a fight with your hair and makeup people. Um,
Oh no. I mean, only a couple. Only a couple.
my thing is, and you know this, is I always, and this is, I hope hair and makeup people aren't listening to this, but I'm so secretive because I hate it when a client will try something on, and the hair and makeup team, and we're all a team, will say like, oh, I don't like that, or something like that. And I'm always like, I don't do your job, you know, like you leave it close to me, you
Yeah.
handle the hair and makeup. But at the same time, I'm always like, okay, but here's how the hair needs to be,
Yeah.
here's how the makeup needs to be.
Yeah, you
Because
secretly are like you have the whole it's because you're looking at a whole picture.
exactly,
Yeah, so like I get that. I get that. And we usually we start with the clothes.
we start with the clothes, and I mean, your team is always amazing and collaborative. There are people that I have worked with who just do their own, they want to see a picture of the dress, and then they decide
What
what's happening.
is it? Right, right.
So my new trick is I will text keywords, because usually glam, the hair and makeup will start before I get there.
Yeah, of course, right. Yeah,
So I was walk in with the dress at the end and have to like see like, oh, that's the hair we're going with, you know, and maybe the earring that I want to show off, or, you know, something like that.
right. That's right.
I text my client, whoever it is, I never do it with you,
Never,
keywords,
ever,
never,
ever.
ever,
Mm-mm.
keywords to say to the hairstylist and to the makeup artist, like, why don't we go this way? So it's the client's idea and not my idea. So I'm not the one stepping on, you know, toes. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like the architect of the entire look.
I mean, it starts with you. So I feel like there has to or it has to be everyone in the room um
Agreed.
deciding. And I'm saying this like I haven't really been on, I haven't had. Well, I mean, I did go to Vanity Fair last year. That was like insane. That was
At
we
the
picked what?
second most major red carpet of the year.
Yeah, that was really that
Besides
was
the Met Ball, there is no bigger carpet.
can we tell that's one of my favorite things because it was so last minute when Melanie was like, all right, Puppet, we're doing this. And we're also going to the Elton John party, and it's in 4 days. And I was like, my gosh. And you were like, okay, I pulled some stuff, but there's one dress and it has to be the dress. So it has to fit. I was like, and then I saw it and I was like, okay, that also, yes, that has to be the dress, but there's no way I can wear this dress. And then I like put it on. Oh my God, we got so lucky. That
We
was
got so lucky. And normally I knew that that was the dress, and I never like to jinx that. I never,
oh,
because
right.
every time when you're in fittings with me, if I have a favorite dress, I never start with the favorite dress, because if I have a favorite dress in the beginning, it's always going to be the worst and it's not going to fit. And it's just like my dreams are shattered. So I always start with other dresses first and then slowly throw in my favorite one, hoping.
Yeah.
But we had no time.
Yeah.
And
Did we start with that? I don't know that we did that day.
we
I
didn't,
still think.
we didn't, no, we didn't start with it. But I knew that that had to be the dress. And nobody else could have worn that dress except for your body, which,
I got very lucky. I was having a good week.
okay,
So
okay.
anyway, that was so fun though. Oh my God, that was so fun. But that was like one that was again, you are it like clothes are okay. So we like clothes just in general. Like I feel like they're like our art. They're our expression of like who we are. And so trends are weird, even though I'm gonna probably ask you about that kind of stuff. But like I love that your take on that has always been like whatever you want to, whatever looks good on you is what is.
It's more than looks.
Right.
It's feeling.
Yeah.
It's honestly like it's I'm so I want you to feel good.
Yeah.
And it might not be my favorite dress. And but I will sit back and I'll take a, she feels great in this dress. I'm going to let it happen. Isla Fisher,
Yeah. Love,
client of
love
mine,
Isla. Yeah.
obsessed, very close friend. And she loves to have a good time. She loves to wear the kookiest thing on the
Yeah.
rack because it's fun and it's not that serious. You
Yeah.
know,
I love that. It's her. It's also
it,
like she kind of is that. Like she's like not too serious, always fun. That's why we love watching her. She's
ex-
like, yeah.
exactly. And that translate. And sometimes I will pull things and be like, why am I pulling this? I mean, I would never pull a dress like some of the things for you that I pull for her, or for anyone else. But because she's her and she pulls it off, I put her in for the Kids' Choice Awards. I put her in a Moschino quilt patchwork dress with a stuffed horse. You have to look at it on my Instagram.
Gotta
There's
find it.
a stuffed horse
Uh-huh.
coming out of her shoulder. And it was just like perfect. And everybody was like, you're insane. You're insane. Don't put her in that. Don't put her in that. And it was just the perfect thing
Hold
for
on.
her.
When were the Kids' Choice Awards?
It was like 2 years ago.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm not looking far enough back. Okay, I have to find this photo. Oh, hi. I see some. I'm in. Oh, there's Vanity Fair.
Very
That was very
colorful.
cute though too.
Yeah.
Um.
She wears color great.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. I'm not finding it, but that's okay. We'll find it.
Literally stuffed animal horse
Right.
on her shoulder.
Right. Who cares?
Like,
I love.
but she loved it. And she was
That.
just like, this is great. And I'm like, it might end my career, but go for it.
No, that's what like this is what I love about you. You're never gonna be like this is my pick and it has to be this way and I'm gonna be pissy if it's like not that. It's like literally because I remember the pink dress, that pink cutout dress that
Yeah.
wore a couple. What was the other option? There was like a short option, and I'm always little miss like I'll show legs, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and you were like
Legs.
kind of perplexed by my like loving the pink dress, I remember. And it was also like, all right, you were like, what if that's what I mean, you ended up loving it. I know, I think in the end too, because it was very we had it tailored, you tailored the shit out of that dress.
But it's one of my favorite looks that you've worn. And you pushed against, you fought for it.
Yeah, I did love that one. I did love
And I was like, no, no. And I pushed against, but like we got to it and you were right. And that's also why I feel like I don't know everything.
I mean,
You
I
know,
talk to psychics too, Micah. I'll
yeah.
be like, oh, Fatima picked this one.
Oh, oh my God. The psychic,
I'm
if people knew, if
joking.
people
I
knew that,
know. I'm half joking. I don't always like go with that option, but I will sometimes if I talk to her or have communication with her, I'll be like, we
yeah,
can't decide.
yeah. Hey, listeners, your podcaster here talks to psychics about what to wear on the carpet.
They know this because Fatima was on.
Mm,
I don't know
mm.
that little tidbit part, but yeah. I mean, look, what I'll reveal my crazy here. Why not? All right.
Wait,
So
you know about I told you about my psychic.
no.
I've told you.
Wait, what?
My girlfriend's got me a hour with their psychic. I
Oh,
won't say her
uh-huh.
name. She's out of London.
Okay. Oh,
And,
uh-huh. I know who that is. Yeah.
and like everybody's like, she's amazing and she life changing and Micah, you have to. And that for my birthday one year, they like got me an hour. She's a fortune, and they like fortune, and they got me an hour with her. I was on the phone with her and talking 45 minutes, and I'm writing everything down, and I'm like lapping it up. And about 15 minutes before the end of the call,
She's
she
like,
goes,
you
you
told me.
know this.
But
And
tell it.
she goes, all right, you're just one of those women who just really needs to have a strong man. And I was like, wait, what? The psychic thought I was a woman for the entire phone call.
Oh my God.
I was like, she is not a
You
good.
correct her? You had
I
to.
did not.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wait, did I? I think, yes, I did correct her, but not like saying I'm a man.
Yeah.
I kind of like waited a couple minutes and then was like, but like I'm like a gay man, so like my boyfriend, like I just kind of brought it up in another context, and I could like hear her mentally tripping up and being like, oh shit, like I just like it was
Oh,
not that.
interesting. I'm surprised she didn't come back with like, oh, I must be reading like a feminine quality or something to like try
Oh
to
shit.
I don't even mean that myself. I just mean like in an effort to like cover all bases of like, oh,
No, I think she was like, great, we have 6 minutes left. Let me get off this call.
so she's your psychic now, right? You talk to
So
her all the
I'm
time.
obsessed with her. She actually picks all of your clothes for you.
Yes. I love a callback. So we have like questions from we put a little thing out that I was going to be interviewing you, and some people had some questions. Wait, I sent them to you, didn't I? Here they are. And so we can do those too, but I have a couple myself more about like, well, this might just be fun for listeners because somebody brought this up to me about like, oh, do you have a hack or like a favorite thing you always have, like boob tape or like body something, like shaper or anything like that that's like, oh, this is my kind of like secret weapon or always have this in my arsenal? Or do you just always have every? I feel like your trunk is like filled with every possible thing anyone could need ever.
Always, I always have, yeah, I always have everything. I always have flips. Oh, here it is. Here's my hack. I didn't even know I
Yeah.
had one. Didn't even know I had one,
Yay.
Maggie. CBD oil for feet.
What?
I get my clients' feet stoned before they leave, so their feet, so they don't complain about how bad their feet hurt. Have I not? I haven't used that on you.
No, but I'm always like my shoes I feel like have always been like fairly comfortable and like
You're also great in heels. So
I love heels. So like, yeah, I'm like, I don't even feel the pain. I just want to wear them. But like, wait, hold. Okay. So you rub oil on their feet.
it's
Oil.
Lord Jones. It's a brand called Lord Jones, and it's like a CBD moisturizer. And yeah, and I always have it in my kit. And
I,
usually, when someone is in hair and makeup, I will sit at their feet and give them a little foot massage with this stuff, and it kind of numbs out. I say it's
okay.
under.
Now I'm going to complain about my feet all the
I
time
don't
just
have,
so I can
okay,
get
great,
this because
great.
like, but oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing I've ever. This
It's
is
yeah,
insane.
it's life changing. I've been out of it for like 6 months and haven't re-upped, but next time you see me, I will have it because it's like because I don't care about your pain. I don't like I want you to
It looks
look
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've had a client, I was on the red carpet with a client once, and I put her in these Louboutin Socates. That's the name of the shoe, and they're
Oh,
just the
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
highest pitch, like they're like torture chambers,
Yeah.
but they were these amazing. They had this pattern on, and they went with what she was wearing. And I'm standing there looking at her, and she's doing an interview, and I just see her go, like she just like
Oh,
shrunk.
no, no, no.
And I was like, did she just, and I couldn't like see, and I was like, did she just take her shoes off? Like she couldn't walk and she was in so much pain. So she took the shoes off, and I was like, oh God. But
You know, I will say by the end of some night, it can be a night killer. It can be like a joy
oh,
killer when you're like wanting to have a good time, but like not be the person that's taking their shoes off. And like it is, and but your feet hurt so bad, you almost can't even like carry on a conversation.
yeah,
It's so real. That's like a real thing. And now we're hearing that there's like relief out there, not in the form of like a Dr. Scholl's like situation.
right. Yeah. No, there is, it's a little bit, I don't know how long it lasts. If shoes are really, really bad, I will send a second pair
Mhm.
of shoes to change into
My God.
that aren't as perfect for the look, but I don't care. Once the pictures are done, go in, take your Spanx off and eat a double cheeseburger. I don't care.
Right,
The same thing with like change into the comfortable shoes.
right,
Sure.
right.
I'm the king of saying, I don't care about your comfort for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You know,
get the picture. Get the
get
card.
the picture. Exactly.
I love that. This is like insane. Okay, do you think that because I have like a CBD that I use that has a cream, I've just never put it on my feet to like test it. It's literally like that's what it's for. It's for pain. I've
Yeah.
used it on my shoulders and back.
Feet,
You're
why
telling
not your
me
feet? Why
feet. Oh
not your
my God. Oh my God. Mind blown. Do you have, I was like, do you have any hacks? You're like, I don't know. Let me think. Oh my God. This is the greatest.
feet? Is what I have another hack for certain clients. Definitely there has been a little tequila in fittings.
Oh,
Just
that's good.
especially if it's a big fitting, because you know how exhausting a fitting can be. Like people think it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go try on clothes. It's
Oh,
exhausting.
it's been my workout for the day
Yeah,
sometimes where I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not working out today because this like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's putting on and taking off. It really is it's a lot of work, and things are tight, and then so a little bit of tequila halfway through a fitting. And I have one client who likes to fight me on things and she has a certain idea about what she can only wear. She can only wear certain cuts and certain fabrics and certain colors. And I'm always like, you're wrong. You you can wear so many different things. And my new thing is I will put her in a dress that she does not want to try on. And I'll say, will you just please for me try this on? I just prove me wrong. And then she'll put the zipper in and I'll be like, oh, hang on, I have to go grab something. And I will leave my studio for 4 minutes, like a uncomfortable, like
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A
like a
real
weird
wait
amount
time.
of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
Like, is
didn't
she
just go
okay?
grab something. Yeah. And then I come back and she's going, I don't, I, this is interesting. And I'll leave her in front of the mirror and walk away. And then
Mhm.
she, on her own, has figured out, wow, this does look good.
Oh
And
my God. How did you
that's
discover that? How were you like, okay, if like when I leave her alone or when she stares at it long enough, she'll usually get there.
it,
Uh, was it
it
fast?
happened. Yes, but it happened by accident. I think the first time it happened, I think like FedEx had come or something, and I had to like leave the room and like sign something, or like I was gone for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When I came back, that had happened. And I was like, huh, it needs to be her idea. And if I'm standing there being like, you look gorgeous, we love this, blah, 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 she's not going to hear that.
Oh, wow.
It's Jedi
So
mind
it's
tricks.
so it's just as much managing people and personalities, because you are like you work up close and personal. I mean, I have this experience with you too. Thank God. This is why this like I can be really open and I can be really nice and I can be all those things, but I am very particular about who is like up close and personal around me. Like I have a so and that is so much your job is like you're a therapist, you are because it's body, right? Like so there's also a lot of that stuff going on.
There's
Ugh,
intimacy, there's
yeah.
insecurity, there's yeah, and there's so much trust that has to be between the two of you, and I just have this weird thing about my personality where people feel comfortable, you know, always, like my whole life, like
You're
strange.
authentic, Micah. You are an authentic person. You show up and it's like what you see is what you are so disarming and so I yeah, it is.
I wish I could be fake. I really wish I could be fake.
No,
So, but,
no.
but I have a client who has not until very recently been unclothed in front of me.
Mhm.
And I'm constantly like, my job is nakedness. Like
Yeah,
everybody's naked all the time.
yeah.
I don't pay attention to it. And I don't care. Like
I
I'm
know.
not
Look, I come from theater, so for me, I'm like,
close
yeah.
off. Yeah.
But also, it's you too. Like, I don't even think about it. I
Right.
don't even think about it. And there have been even wardrobe situations or whatever that are like, is it okay if I just like step behind this thing? Do we even want to talk about like trendy stuff? Obviously, I have this thing where I'm like, oh, if I had like one thing in my closet for this summer, or this is more just me, Maggie talking, or like I feel like I have so many things in my closet that I don't even wear. So I get even when I'm shopping, I'm like, enough. Like we're not buying anything if I need whatever. But then I'm always like, but this is really in the summer. You know what I did buy? I bought those like high-waisted jeans that have the cuff on the bottom that I feel like everybody like that seems to be like the trend.
Were they mousy, moosey?
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I just got them for a client, a shopping
Oh,
client.
I
So
like
cute.
they're so flattering.
So
They were
cute.
like really great. So that's one thing I did. I don't know. Do you have any other ads? And otherwise, I'll get to the questions.
I'm very shoes and
Mm.
bags.
So
I'm
tell me
shoes and
what's hot. But tell me,
bags.
yeah, like if I were to like get, no, I can't do. Okay, but you give your options first, and then I have my own question.
It's just something new.
Okay.
All my clothes are my clothes. I have so many clothes. I wear the same thing every day.
Same.
You and every time you see me, I'm normally in black Prada outlet hoodie. They only make them for the
Huh?
They do
I
not sell
love
them in the
that.
real Prada. They only make them for the outlets, and I wear them literally every day of the week. I have like 11 of them.
You
And
always look so chic, even
oh,
in like you have your hoodie and
hoodie,
whatever.
the hoodie and jeans, I just like every season. I mean, I don't like to say season because of the um
Yeah, but like every turn of like a new chapter, time change,
yeah,
whatever.
it's
Yeah,
like itching for something new. It's shoes. I have a psycho thing for bags. I'm a man who never carries bags, but I cannot stop buying bags for no reason whatsoever.
I love
Um,
it.
but like all your clothes are clothes, and if they're in your closet and you love them and you wear them, you don't need new ones.
Yeah,
But a new pair of shoes, a new bag, that's it.
love it.
So I used to have this rule that every daylight savings time, you buy new sunglasses.
Oh God, I love that rule. You know what? This is really helpful for me right now too, as I've like been looking around and shopping and feeling like I want. It's a bag, it's shoes, and it's sunglasses. When you have a closet full of clothes, you love them, you wear them. We've all been through spring cleaning. We've all like looked at our stuff at this point and been like, I don't need more jeans. I don't need more dresses. I don't need more sets of things. I don't need more suit. But the refresh is the
Yeah,
bag, the shoes, the sunglasses, a piece of jewelry or something for some. Yeah, love that.
that's it. It's not brain surgery. unfortunately.
Yet I always am like, something doesn't work. Okay, how important? Oh, this is good. What should I wear to? This is it. These are guest questions or listener questions. What should I wear to a summer wedding as a guest?
As a guest, depending on the attire, oh God, depends. That's too broad.
I think
Give me
so too. Let's give you
give
a
me a location. Give me a location.
let's do outdoor. Let's do like a all-inclusive resort or like a, a ranch or a outdoor vibe. Like,
Ranch is gonna be like a block heel
yeah, absolutely. So you're not sinking
or
all night. Yeah.
or a platform and a flowy, silky tank dressy.
Mhm.
The dress that we were just talking about that you wore, the cutouts, perfect for summer.
Yeah, I love that. But I also love the simpler. I love that what you just said too of like the slippy, like the silk kind of slip. You kind of can't go wrong, right?
Obviously not white. Um, but
What
like
about cream? No, no shade of
I
white.
I I'm on the fence about creams.
Okay.
I think if you're close enough with the bride, you can say, "Can I wear cream?" And
Okay.
then, but if you're just if you're a plus one, don't go anywhere near the grays, silvers, golds,
Yeah. Pale
yeah,
yellows, no, no, out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
if
That's
you,
great.
oh, here's my bridesmaids hack. If you're a bridesmaid this summer,
Yeah.
get the dress, shut up about the dress. If you have to wear what everybody else is wearing, or like you don't have a choice really, tailor it yourself.
Okay.
All tailoring on your own.
Yeah.
I I have like
Great
I've
advice.
I've done so many weddings. I love doing weddings. I love weddings. It's it it comes down to you can have the ugliest, horrible color bridesmaid dress ever. If you tailor it properly and make it your own a little bit without pissing off the bride, I cannot tell you how important tailoring is. So I tailor almost everything. You can shop fast fashion at Zara,
Mhm.
and you can buy something at Vuitton. The tailoring, it comes down to the tailoring.
Oh,
And you can buy a $20 top at Zara and you can buy a $3,000 top at Vuitton. And if the Zara top is tailored properly, it'll look better than, you know what I mean?
absolutely. I love that.
Obsessed with
Love. This
it.
is amazing. This is such all of this is such great advice because it's like we're talking about individual like this is tailor this for you for your body. It will look chic. It won't like it doesn't matter, right?
And it won't cost you much.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know about this color analysis thing? I do not. I was informed about it yesterday and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I went and did a little research. What is it? I mean,
I
like do
don't
you
I
even
think it's like people reading your colors and like
Yes.
telling you, okay, I don't buy it
Okay.
because when I was 13 years old, my mom took me to Chicago for a shopping trip for like my bar mitzvah to like get me ready for my bar mitzvah. And we were at 900 Michigan Avenue, which was like the
Yeah.
mall, not
Yeah.
the mall, but like the fancy stores. There was like a Bendel's and a Bloomingdale's. And we were in a J. Crew. And I was literally, I must have been like 13. And we were in a J. Crew. And I was trying all these brown sweaters on, just sweaters that had brown in them. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this little chubby kid, and this fabulous man was working at the J. Crew, and he just kind of looked at me when I came out of the dressing room, and he just kind of said, like, "Oh, sweetie, brown is not your color. You should never wear brown."
Oh no.
I I was 13 and I'm 46, so I can't do math. I did not wear brown until about 3 years ago
Oh my God. Are you serious?
because someone told me that brown wasn't my color, and I hate like there was no brown in my house. I had no brown. I hated brown.
Oh,
Never. I just. And then I started wearing brown like a couple years ago. I think my boyfriend like said, try this on. He was like, that looks great. And I was like, but it's brown. I can't wear brown. It's like deep ingrained in my little
You're
sad
a
chubby.
celebrity stylist to like the most famous people in Hollywood and the world, just like whatever. And clearly like the best at what you do and what you know, and not knocking this person in Bendel's or wherever you were.
J. Crew. We can knock him now. He was
Good
like
crew. But let's
he was
like
a gay high schooler in Chicago in 1992.
look, we hope he's all right and great wherever he is in his life. But really, like,
He's
oh my
probably,
God.
he's probably
What?
running J. Crew. He's running J. Crew.
Yeah, and in like a year or two, we're gonna be doing like a J. Crew event, and you're gonna be like, "Oh
Exactly.
my God, you're never gonna
That's
believe
him.
it." And we're gonna have to like, oh, never mind. Oh, I hate that for you, and also I totally understand that, and I love that you're connecting this to this color analysis situation where it's like telling people like these things that get like, well, they're gonna stick. It's gonna stick with you, and that's like not. I
There
don't know.
are no rules.
Right.
There are absolutely no rules.
Thank
I
you.
will pull things, you know, I know your skin tone, I know, but I will still sometimes have a pale yellow on the thing. And that's not something that really is going to work for you always. Or pink things like pale pinks for Isla with her skin tone.
Yeah.
But sometimes it works like no.
There are no rules. We love that. I love that. I
And
love
if there
that.
and if there are, I'm not like the white shoes after Labor Day. Shut up. Wear whatever you want.
I love that too. This is why I love you.
Oh, if there are any nurses listening, just back to my tailoring.
Yes, yeah,
I'm
please.
so into tailoring scrubs.
Oh, oh my God, what a great idea.
You
Think
know, I
about
saw
like,
that on TV, like Grey's Anatomy. All their scrubs are like super tailored. And then I go to the doctor's office and their scrubs, and my brother's a doctor, and I always see him in his scrubs. And I'm like, can't you like get those? And I'm like, on TV, they're fitted and like tailored. Why can't normal nurses in the hospital and doctors just throw a little dart in the back of that and make it a little cuter?
oh, I love this. I love this advice. I love all of this. You have no idea. Like, we got to have so much fun. We're getting to have so much fun, but also like, even my mind is a little bit blown on a couple of things and I also love that it's not about, all of this is about like feeling good, feeling like yourself, being comfortable, CBD on your feet. There are no rules. Fuck the rules and be yourself. And also and feel your, whatever that means to feel your best. As you said, even if it's the Zara top, get it tailored. If it's that ugly bridesmaid dress, get it tailored.
Take that, Anton.
Take that, Anton. We love our Anton. Oh my God, you are so funny because he did. It's honestly Anton's episode. It did very well.
He's a recurring character.
It's a recurring character, and you're going to be too, because this was just like so much fun. I feel like you're like, tell me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, an etiquette expert a little bit. I want to have an episode with you where I go through. You remember when they put out was it the New Yorker that put out the etiquette, the 100 etiquette rule?
Yes.
I kind of like want to have an episode with you where we just like go through some of them and talk about.
I, I hear where you're going.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm right about these things,
Okay.
but I think it's how sure of myself how I feel about certain things.
Yeah.
I make it seem like I'm right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh
I'm
my God,
so
look at what just happened. Can you see those fireworks?
yes.
What just happened?
I don't
I
know
think
what
that's the universe saying you are right, Micah.
I
You
am.
are, you are right. And also, like, I literally just want to like throw out topics to you of like PDA. No, we're not getting into this right now, but we're going to, this is what I want to do it. Will you do an episode like that with me?
Word association, yes.
Yes, word association, just like topics and etiquette and like I want to do that.
I'm already ready to go on PDA. For some reason, my boyfriend thinks it's okay to kiss and hug me in the Kansas City airport when we go home to visit my family. And I'm old school, I've got that old school gay shame, like I'm gonna get hit, like some jock is gonna come in. I
Right.
was always very popular in high school. That never happened. But
Yeah,
but
because you're so lovable, but that's an interesting thing that
it, he
ingrained.
just and oh yeah, my brain just goes there. And whenever we're in that airport waiting for my parents to pick us up to go to Thanksgiving or whatever, he gets really mushy and like puts his arm around me, starts kissing. I'm like, babe, we are in the Midwest. Like, no PDA
Oh,
here.
oh,
Not
that was
into PDA. No.
my heart. I'm not either. I'm not either. Okay. Anyway, I love you so much. You're coming back. Can you come back? Will you come back soon when it's not like hell time for you?
Hell time is over on the 30th.
Great. I really do want to do a word association slash, because I feel like I do talk to you about things that I don't, even some people closest to me sometimes, just because I really love your take on all the things. And so I just had that thought as we were wrapping up where I was like, wait, I want to do another. I have been wanting to do like an etiquette episode, like a sort of etiquette episode, just about like everything from like proper response times on RSVPs, like everything, just like the stuff we all kind of have some weird anxiety about. And like, but I also am like, do I want to go to an expert or do I just want to go to a person? I'm like, that's who I would go to and ask this question. And it would be you always. I think I've actually done this a few times where I'm like, totally not about work. I just need your take on this.
I'm not an expert. I know nothing about anything. I just feel like I'm right about everything.
Right. And you know what? That kind of confidence makes me confident in you. And I want all the answers, Micah. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you all for listening. Follow Micah, Micah Marcus. He is the greatest and the most fun. And also we're gonna have him back on the podcast.